Started.
Are you sure it matches? Is it just me or is my forehead big? Is my forehead big, Mom? I think my forehead's big.
There it is. Alright, we're showing up.
Yeah, we need campus closet. That's my closet.
Alright, yeah, we see everybody. Alright. Let's get some mic checks from you guys, and then we need to see if you guys sound like as loud as I do.
Motherfucker, I always sound loud.
Yeah, you do, that's true. What about you, Nevada? Oh, he's gone. There he is.
1, 2, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, my Discord temp sometimes just randomly disconnects me.
There goes Arbok. Who cares? Alright guys, welcome to this chat. It's probably gonna be a mistake like real fast, isn't it? Alright, so before I go on, Maine, you wanna tell people what we're doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, this talk show is brought to you by the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Raid Shadow Legends!
Maine. Today we're going to be talking about a variety of topics, and those topics will include, but not only are limited to, police brutality, media presence, racism as a whole, what can be done to combat racism, systematic racism and the difference between it and casual racism, racism against white, society's labels, gaming comparisons, riots, protests, police training, Yogscast, Rooster Teeth, and video gaming today versus back then, when it was actually...
Yogscast?
Oh yeah, trust me, I got some... about that.
The current, you also forgot to mention the current state of the Smash gaming community, and basically the allegations against Zero.
I mean, those are just my... Okay.
Yeah, we're all going to be talking about things that we might know a little more than others about, so we're kind of just going to be hopping into this. So, to start on a lighter note, we're going to go with Nevada and then to Maine about the Smash community and Yogscast. We'll start with Nevada. What the hell's going on with Smash?
Well, from what I understand, one of the best players in the world, Zero, was just exposed for being a pedophile.
I said we're starting light! Alright, continue.
Well, like, compared to the other crap.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Alright, go for it. Let's hear it.
But from what I'm hearing from my source, yeah, apparently he was exposed for everything, and from what I'm hearing, it's not looking good, and he's admitted to everything.
Zero in the Smash community. Former Smash Pro Zero admits to suggestive messages to minors. Zero self-imposes ban from Smash events after allegations of sexual misconduct with minors. What do you know about this?
Oh, this thing. Okay.
What do you mean, this thing? Do you know about this?
Yeah, I do.
I've never... What is... Okay, so, amidst several recent allegations of sexual misconduct and assault circling the Super Smash Bros. Community, former Smash for Wii U Pro Gonzalo Zero Barrios has apologized for sending sexually suggestive messages to minors. Jesus Christ. Alright, go on, Nevada. What else you got?
That's pretty much all I've got, except for the fact that the guy who exposed him is getting ready to drop a second doc, and it looks like they're attempting to make him commit suicide.
How do you know this? Who's the guy dropping the doc? What's going on?
Give me a second here.
She is the prettiest woman on the planet.
The screenshot, good. Okay, do we have a pictures chat here?
Oh yeah, and you talk about in the Discord? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check it right now.
Where should I just post it real quick?
Where do you think, man?
Link dump?
Yeah, link dump.
The only thing I got is from a Facebook chat with my brother, so.
Let's see it. Got a tonsil stone too, causing some pain.
Oh shit. No, fuck. Just erase that one. Fuck. I fucking took a picture of my phone, decided to be a dick. Ugh, phone. I hate this stupid. I screenshotted what it actually said, what it was, up here. Come on, phone.
Literally, from everything I've already dug up about this situation, it's mostly the usual hearsay, he did this type shit. A lot of circumstantial stuff.
This is pretty much the long and short of the information I've got so far.
Yeah, there's a lot of evidence backing him up.
Backing Zero up?
Yep.
So, Maine, you're saying that these things against
from what
Zero
I'm understanding
are
is that Zero did not know that she was a minor until after.
I mean, that's how it goes, right?
Yep. And people are claiming that even after Zero knew that she was a minor, he continued to message her.
I also feel that that's possible. I don't know if it would have been suggestive. He would have been like, why didn't you tell me this? Of course, I don't know the Zero guy. Maybe that's the kind of... Maybe that's what he was going for?
According to the accusations here, he bought a plane ticket and, like, met her up.
Where are you seeing this?
On Twitter.
No,
according to the
not going
accusations, he bought a plane ticket, met her, and did all this, like, basically had sexual relations with her, but he's provided his evidence of his plane ticket, then his connection flight between Dallas and Chile, which, you know, proves the time that he moved into his house, officially as his arrival date of November 20th, 2014. This is, like, massively old news, and it's being dragged up, I'm pretty sure, because he started getting in the money. It's the usual fucking story.
Nah, Zero's been retired from the Smash scene for over a year.
Yeah, it says something about the Wii U. That's, it's a bit old news.
Yeah, apparently he showed her explicit Craigslist ads of sex workers and hentai on the big screen. Like, fucking what?
What?
It's honestly
These are the same fucking style allegations that came against Pro Jared last year.
This is just
something came against Pro Jared? Also, just so you guys know, I'm gonna go full devil's advocate here because we have to, and neither of you seem to be doing it. So, when stuff like this happens, and oh god, I don't want to play this route because it's like I'm taking the weird feminazi route, but it's like the hashtag believe all women thing. No, but like,
here's the thing with. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, like, there has to be some kind of proof, right? Do they have pictures?
No.
Here's the thing with the whole Pro Jared situation I mentioned. It took 3 months afterwards, but he kept his mouth shut because he was talking to a lawyer. He had documents proving she was lying.
Okay, so I'm looking at the screenshots that he's provided and the screenshots that she has provided. She's provided screenshots, but in an edited sense, so she's like missed out a few screenshots in between each conversation.
Yeah, she's missing context.
Provided the whole thing. Yeah, they're
you can only miss so much context before you're like posting ads on Craigslist for sex toys.
They're playfully talking back and forth, talking about chibis and drawings and all this other stuff. Talking about, like, PayPal costs for the drawings. You know, your usual, like, artist commission type shit.
Sure.
And then it's like, I'll do it for you for free because you're the honey buns. And he's like, I bet, basically. And it goes on like that. And then he finds out her age and, according to this, just ceases communication with her as a whole. There's a few screenshots of her trying to get back in touch, but he just leaves her unseen, and then it's you can no longer reply to this person. Addressing her claims, now that I've showed you a timeline, the look of the place, videos and pictures of her interactions, let me address the direct claims she made towards me. Her statement, I linked above, reads, "You were showing me explicit Craigslist ads of sex workers and hentai on the big screen and constantly harassing me at the Sky House when I was 15. First thing to note is she's talking about the big screen in the middle of the room. It's the specific room she's talking about, seen in this video. Video link.
I've got
As you can see, there's
I've got something here
TV
too.
on the side. Christ.
I kind of really dug us into an interesting hole.
July 2nd, he said, I'm preparing a statement. I just want people, this is on Twitter, you can check my screen. I'm preparing a statement. I just want people to wait for it and give me time to compile what I have to say. And July 3rd, he said, here's my statement addressing everything. I'm sorry it took a bit to come, but here it is. And then 23 hours ago, he said, I'll be taking a break from the internet, content, everything for some time. I'll try to come up with ways to do something good at the very least. I'm sorry. Hey, after my statement towards Jesus claims, she came out saying the tweets a response, left and all, so there are main things I'm addressed, blah, 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 blah. So, Jisoo, I'm assuming this is the person, this is the minor?
Yeah, he goes on to say, looking back at our messages and my memory, I only remember her interacting fondly with me, and this extends well into 2016, which is well after we were roommates, which is the timeline that she was talking about. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope this clears things up a little bit. If there's anything else I need to address, or she makes a follow-up statement, I will also address it. Once again, please do not harass her in any capacity. I understand a lot of people are very upset with her, and I do not want my followers to attack anybody. So it's genuinely he said, she said, fucking this is evidence, but it's not really evidence type shit. There's really nothing we can do with this topic.
Okay. I was just bringing it up because it was brought to me.
However, it's a nice segue into what I'm about to say. Fuck you know.
Oh, you got something to say?
So,
yeah, this is a dead end.
Are you all aware of basically how Syndicate is having similar allegations?
Who the hell is Syndicate?
Oh.
Who the hell is Syndicate?
Syndicate, my guy.
Tom Castle, the British YouTuber?
Pretty much, yeah.
Thomas George Castle, better known by his online alias Syndicate, is a British YouTuber, streamer, and vlogger for his YouTube video content and Twitch live streams. 2010, rapidly built following posts. Okay, so he's famous and on YouTube, and he's a gamer. Okay, what about him?
Yeah, so he was accused of rape, right?
Okay.
This is where it gets very stupid. He was accused of rape, and the evidence
when was this?
That the team a while ago. The evidence that
June 21
forward. Yeah, just I'll just fucking say it because it's easier. So the evidence that was basically brought forward was a large list of DM conversations regarding, you know, those two meeting up, having sex, blah blah blah. It's all nice, casual conversation and all of that shit. So they do fuck. She doesn't regret that. However,
Twitch streamer and YouTuber Natalie Zombie Unicorn Casanova has accused YouTuber Pro Syndicate of sexual abuse, and his ex-girlfriend Caitlin Witcher also shared her story. Right, go on.
Yeah. Right, Donut. I want to just point out something that quick. Anyone can read this crap.
Mm-hmm.
You got to read between the lines. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Ex-girlfriend, right? Literally hates his fucking guts.
Sure.
Finds out this story, leaps onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the thing. So the DM conversation that was provided as the only evidence, right, was evidence of those two meeting up and fucking. They did meet up, they did fuck. However, he didn't pull out in time, accidentally came with her, right?
Sure.
But the DM conversation is all about, you know, are you pregnant, blah, blah, blah. She says no, keeps it kind of friendly, he keeps it friendly, everything's friendly. Then she goes on to social media and says, because he came in her without her permission, that's rape.
That's not how that works.
Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah, okay. What's the term for that then? It wasn't.
Your pull-out game is weak. That's the fucking term for it.
So it's just that they weren't having safe sex is the thing.
They were not having safe sex. And to be honest, in this day and age, even if you're the woman, right? If you don't want someone coming in you, make the guy wear a condom. If he doesn't want to wear a condom, don't fuck him. It's that simple.
So check. Well, okay. So you're saying she came forward saying that the sex itself was consensual, but then that happened, and now she's calling it rape. Or did she say the sex itself was not consensual?
She said, right, so the DM, she says the sex wasn't consensual, but the DM conversations even prove that the sex was consensual, right?
You see my screen? Look at his face in this one. They go out of his way to make him not look good.
Yeah.
But when I googled him, he looked like a superstar. So this is biased. This is on Dextro.com.
It's honestly all just fucking slander all the fucking time. I'm so sick of these false rape allegations and false sexual fucking... Just so many sexual complaints towards guys, and most of it is false.
You see this
and
right
then
here?
Women wonder why no one fucking believes them.
Do you have my screen? You see this?
Oh yeah, so when you have sex with someone and they lie about having condoms, then hold you down to come inside without your consent on purpose, forcing you to take Plan B. No. See, that's retarded. That never happened. Even the DM fucking screenshots that she posted disprove her. She provided evidence against herself, like an idiot. And then she took them all down from Facebook because she fucking realized what happened. But other people screenshot them. It's just dumb. It's honestly dumb. Crocodile tears as well. Always. Every single person that comes out with these fake allegations.
Remember when this happened to Toby? Tobuscus?
Yeah. Honestly,
a
guy becomes successful.
Obliterated.
Boom. Even happened against people.
Look what's on the same page.
Yeah, exactly.
Same article, 0.
and in the other fucking article, they put up such a shit picture of Zero, didn't they?
Yeah, look at him.
Zero kind of all looks like hammered shit, though.
No, he looks fine.
No, there are good pictures of these people. They chose things like this, and then the first thing that you see that's out in the clear is this that says I have to come clean.
Yeah, and then a link. But the link is just his fucking statement, like the one I read out. That's it. So basically, these guys fucking... They decide to give in to the whole PR aspect, you know what I mean? Like the whole public relationship. Which, to be honest, they have to. You know what I mean? Like, they can't fight back against this. They never can.
Well, they can, but it's never really successful now, is it?
They honestly can't. Are you a successful male YouTuber?
No,
Have you ever met a female... No.
I can say that they can try, but they're not going to succeed. It's only going to make it worse for them.
Are you a successful male YouTuber? Have you ever met a female fan? Well, come on down to You Just Raped Her. Like, they want money, they want fame, they want attention. That's most of what happens nowadays.
Most makes sense, but it sucks that that's a thing that exists in our world, because for sure there are real accounts of this kind of stuff, and then that's the people that they rally behind. It drowns out all the real stuff.
All the real people. Because, if this shit keeps happening, no one's going to believe actual rape victims. No one is going to believe them.
I guess I can't say it's on the same...
fucking one.
Okay, listen to Nevada first.
Adam Savage is being accused by his sister.
Who's Adam Savage?
Mythbusters Adam Savage.
Oh,
really?
Mythbusters star Adam Savage denies sexual assault allegations made by sister. He denies it, saying, "I will fight." Adam Savage!
Adam motherfucking Savage, yes.
Jesus Christ.
It's...
Okay.
Right.
It's why unless I see receipts and proof, I never
going down
anymore.
We're going down a rabbit hole here. Let's move on.
Well, we're not going to talk about that, but it's interesting that you bring it up. Do you remember who was the name of that black guy that faked getting beat up in the street a little bit ago?
I don't fucking remember.
I haven't even heard about that.
Jesse Smollett. You remember that? Jesse Smollett? I think is his name. You guys didn't hear about that?
Nope.
All right. No, it's weird that you guys would be detached from that side of it, but Or you know what? I'll just look at Jesse Smollett. So if you see my screen here,
Yeah.
by the way, to anyone who's listening right now, that sound is Nevada. People around Nevada lighting off fireworks. He's not getting shot up yet. We'll probably get shot up after this.
Yeah, give me a minute.
As soon as the stream ends.
There's a reason I'm not giving my damn name.
Oh yeah, by the way, my name is Paris Mans, and I'm half black.
My name is Leonidas Maincliff. I'm completely white. If you try fuck with me, I'll eat you.
Well, you're not just white. Where do you live? Not your actual address, but like country. Because I'm in America.
I'm not even gonna lie.
This is America.
Don't give me your address, man. I'll go there and slap you myself.
You can try. When you're tall enough and reach, yeah, go on.
No, but dog, what country do you live in?
England.
Oh, me?
Mate.
Yeah. Well, Nevada. Me and you both live in America. But he's in England, which means he has a different perspective on some of the other stuff we're going to talk about today. But anyways, this guy's named Jesse Smollett. Like a little bit ago.
So he faked his own attack. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit ago.
Hired the guys to do it.
Yeah, it's really. I want to link a bunch of Shoe on Heads videos because she does some good coverage of it. It's entertaining, but it's just him out in the street. And then he said they like screamed something like "This is MAGA country" or something like that. Something crazy. And then he dropped it because they got found out. And the two guys that apparently did it were like his friends. I don't know. It was completely insane. It's just like stuff like this happens, and it hides the actual stuff that happens. And I guess, I forget how he phrases it. I'm going to have to look deeper for it, but I don't want to talk about it here because we have better things to talk about. But yeah, he said it was a publicity stunt to promote his career? I didn't know about that. There's a couple people saying that it was to promote his career. I thought he said that you'd believe me if I was attacked by black or Muslim guys. Interesting. Anyways, I thought he was doing it to try to, like, light a fire under people's asses about the Black Lives Matter thing. Like saying, this is happening to even famous people. We need to stand up. Filing a false report dropped, forfeiting his $10,000. So we got a $10,000 bond for this. So he made money over faking this. Never mind, his, he was fake and I don't like him. Okay.
Scumbag.
So Maine, your turn. What was going on with the Yogscast?
Yikes. Okay. So the Yogscast as a whole have been kind of slipping lately. They've been facing a lot of allegations. Some of them have actually been like completely proven to be true. One individual was asked to step down for genuine pedophilia, and he did. Another individual, again, pedophilia, soliciting of minors, sexual images of children, sexual misconduct towards their fans, breaking the code of conduct. Just loads of different people in the Yogscast have been going through this shit over and over and over again.
Jesus.
The most two recent ones that I can name off the top of my head are Terps, which was the former CEO of Yogscast.
Third Yogscast member under investigation after CEO departs over accusations of inappropriate behavior.
Yeah, and then Stien ended up getting... Hey, yeah, right there. Yeah, look. Stien. So Stien ended up basically getting re-involved because he was investigated before and they found no evidence. And then he was investigated again and apparently they found new evidence. But again, it is honestly just people coming up with hearsay. However, in the Stien situation, there is evidence against it, but the public haven't been allowed to see it. However, I keep saying however. Basically, police and investigators, detectives have actually seen the evidence, but they're not releasing it to the public.
Huh.
So yeah. It does suck.
The YouTuber apparently asked to hire female mods and told existing mods to hide his relationship status from fans so that he could allegedly have a greater chance of entering into sexual relationships with them. And that's calf.
Yeah. See, Cav did do that, but also didn't do that. Again, it's one of those things where it's like did and didn't.
Hi all, former CEO. Hi all. Just to make a brief statement on this, earlier today I was notified of serious allegations made against CAF and his conduct with particular members of his audience. As you know, the Yogscast expects the highest levels of professionalism from its talent, and that it is central to the company and... Okay. Evidence we have is a material breach of our talent agreements. Terminating his relationship with Yogscast effective immediately. We have removed his channels. He is no longer part of the Yogscast collective.
Yeah, this was just before Terps actually stepped down. In like one of Terps' next posts, he's like, "Fuck, I went against my own word, blah blah blah," and then he ends up leaving.
Interesting.
It's honestly just. You never see it coming. Like you never see it coming.
Never see it
but
coming.
if people, like back to our earlier topic of conversation, if people continued along their path of false accusations, right, then no one would believe these people coming forward and accusing members of the Yogscast. But because people did believe it, they were investigated and found out that the allegations were true. Alright. So, fucking... Let's move on to the next topic, though, no? What's happening in Rooster Teeth?
So Bernie left.
I heard about that.
Yeah, but not just Bernie.
Joel as well?
Joel left. That would astounded me. Bernie leaving is...
Joel.
Oh, man.
Caboose.
Character he played, I cannot remember for the life of me.
Caboose.
Caboose left?
Yep.
Yeah.
And get this.
Holy shit.
Get this. I found this out before it came to light, but Joel ended up saying, I think it was on Twitter. Or no, he was going to post this on Twitter. This was in his, what do they call when they message between each other? I forget what they call it. No, it's different from DM. AIM. They aimed each other about what Joel apparently needed to do. Hold on. I think he tweeted about it, but he said something about him weirdly needing to, okay, so there's a guy named Eruption Fang. He does weird videos on these. He's not that good, though. I don't like him. Anyways, he says that...
Yikes. Just fucking call him out on stream.
I hate a lot of people that do news stuff. There's this guy named Hero Hey, and a lot of stuff he reports on is technically true. I don't like the guy, though.
I only followed Hero Hey to watch the Mignana situation.
Yep, that's what I did.
Let's not get into that.
No, but get this. That's what started most of this. That and Monty's death. Rest in peace, right? But those two things, and then just the total shift in the way the structure worked at Rooster Teeth changed just about everything. I have rose-tinted glasses on when it comes to red versus blue, just because I love it and it's my life. But I need to find people with a more objective look at that show to see if it hasn't been ruined too. I thought the latest season with the whole time-traveling donut thing was fun and cute and interesting and returned to form, and I liked it. Because it wasn't about the freelancers, and it wasn't about some stupid random planet. It was about the reds and blues.
No.
I thought the last good season of Red vs. Blue was the final season of Chorus.
Fucking garbage.
No, you're wrong. I mean, you're right. Blood Gulch Chronicles, like OG, that's the best. But the latest one was so much better than anything else that's come.
Latest season.
Nah, fam. 7 through 10 are the best.
I can't even speak. Christ.
No, let's not talk about the Rees. The Rees were interesting, but they introduced the freelancers, which was the biggest mistake ever.
Time traveling. Yeah.
Yeah! Makes sense for the Reds and Blues.
No, that shit was fucking funny, because it was like, okay, what the actual shit? What the fuck is going on?
The Reds and Blues with the ability to time travel? That is a recipe for comedy and disaster.
And then there's like Loki and Thor and all this shit. Like, what the fuck?
It was funny. I liked it.
And then they somehow tied it back in. I was like, what?
But
What's going on?
Let's not get into that. I think we've already talked about that in a couple other videos. We can go back to that until like the end of that if we want to. My point was, shows like Ruby have been torn apart. Nevada can back me up on this with the whole Bumblebee thing. The whole Bumblebee.
Don't even get me
the
fucking started
forced
on that.
romance between fucking Blake and Yang.
Yeah, how they legend accord it.
Okay, I wouldn't have a problem with it, except for how they handled the fight with Adam Toros.
Yo, hand-holding is so rude.
Did they handle that improperly?
I feel yes. They used that entire scene as a way to show off that they're together as a couple.
It didn't show off that they were together as a couple. They made it very vague if they were at all. But it's also really hard to see past the fact that Blake and Son, like, that's a thing.
Can I just say something?
No, it's not. That's a horrible thing, and it needs to die in a hole.
No, I really just want to say something. So,
Go on.
fucking Adam
Sure.
was such a good character. So fucking good of a character. Right?
I want to hear your reasoning for that.
Okay.
I thought Adam was just dumb. Not as a character. I liked his character, but he was just some loudmouth, faunus guy.
No, because no one handled him properly. He had so much actual fucking development ready to go. Right?
He did, didn't he? When I first saw him, he was kind of scary.
Exactly, the first season of Ruby, when Monty was like still in it, you know what I mean? The first fucking season. I could immediately tell that this Adam guy is gonna fucking go places, and we're gonna hate him, and then we're gonna learn to accept why he is, and then we're gonna kind of love him, but some of us will still hate him, and then he'll come around. You know, that's what I thought was gonna happen. I was like, oh, Monty.
So let me let you in on some insider stuff here, Maine and Nevada. So after Monty passed away, in his desk, like just where his workspace,
there was a full list of everything that was supposed to happen in Ruby.
Up to about season 4. They nixed everything after 3 though, and replaced 2 and 3 with kind of different things. Adam Taurus was supposed to just be this crazy Machiavellian psychopath that never lost his cool, went at the very last second and then would die. And he was supposed to be like up there with Queen bitch. I forget her name.
The grayscale person?
The Queen of the Grim or whatever her name is.
Nah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Big titty goth TF, I don't care.
Oh, she is, trust me. But yeah, like, did you not know that? She's like the Queen of the Grim or whatever.
I got that, like a brood mother looking thing, but
yeah, but
onto the topic at hand again.
Yeah. Anyways, around when Monty died and around when the Vic Mignogna stuff was going down, it became kind of clear what kind of company Rooster Teeth was from the inside. It was turning into Disney instead of being Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Right? Remember what Disney did to PewDiePie after the mere allegation? They didn't stick up for him because they didn't need to. It was about the money and the image, so they got rid of him. This is what Rooster Teeth did to Vic. Most of the stuff that's come out to Vic and in his continuing fight against all that stuff to this day is basically been proven wrong. Vic's gonna come back and he's gonna come back strong, and Rooster Teeth's gonna be sad that they got rid of him. Vic was Crow. So we can let that one sink in. But that all the way to Joel. Joel was asked to record a bunch of parts for Caboose, like a bunch of future PSAs and some stuff in future seasons, apparently. And then they told him that he was going to be let go. So Joel was about to be fired, apparently, somehow. And Joel said, how are you just going to drop a bunch of this kind of stuff on me after getting me to do all this work? You made me do all this work so that you could have that part in the future and then get rid of me because you didn't need me anymore. So Joel said, no, I'm gone.
Fucking right, Joel was gone after that shit.
But it was too late. They got what they needed out of Joel. Everything that we see of Caboose in the future now is coming from a Joel that had no idea he was just going to be let go.
I mean, if he really wants to, he could take it to a lawsuit and they can't use his likeness.
Well, it's okay. They could do that, but Rooster Teeth was also partially Joel's baby, right? Like, he was one of the OG creators?
Mm-hmm.
So why would he want to do that to his company? I think in Joel's mind, he wants it to get better, not make everyone in the company suffer, because there are good people in there. And I'd like to go from that to the way Achievement Hunter works. Right. So a couple weeks ago, they did this AH live stream wherein one of the girls in Achievement Hunter, Fiona, if you guys know who she is.
Kinda. She's in a few videos.
Yeah, she's like a.
Well, she's in a lot of videos. I haven't really watched them.
She identifies as lesbian and is black. In the same way that I'm black, you know, she really looks like she's mixed.
Okay.
Not that I know that those things have to be important. She says though that she's been treated like they are, and that the jokes and stuff and the content that Achievement Hunter makes and the way that the office is in Rooster Teeth in general causes her to believe that she's been constantly discriminated against. I've been in that office, right? I was back there during the days of Ray.
Yeah.
Right? When the filter didn't matter. There's also the fact that Funhouse is way, way worse. And they're mature people. Like, they're adults. Like, some of them are in their 30s. God, I'll go to that in just a second, because a couple of those people have left for those kind of reasons. But, after Jeremy showed up, that's when the big changes started happening within the structure of Rooster Teeth. Either that or it started coming to light. Apparently there's this really hard political slant in Rooster Teeth where they go towards the SJW feminazis type of stuff, you know what I mean? Yep. That's where they got rid of Vic.
I say, what do you mean, apparently?
I mean, the only person in...
Have you not watched
there's
their
very few
fucking
people
content?
in Rooster Teeth I actually really respect. One of them was Michael, and the other was Bernie. And with Bernie gone, I have no real reason to watch anymore.
I haven't watched a
I haven't watched Rooster Teeth the videos just because I'm biased and I'm with the company. I don't know what this stuff is about. But now I'm trying to moreover associate myself with specifically just Achievement Hunter because Jeff runs that. Jeff is a good person, but he's being made to feel like he's not. He's gone through a divorce recently. He feels like his daughter and all of his friends don't love him for reasons like this. Fiona in this stream made Jeff cry so hard, but I went into the comments and people were just talking about how it was sad to see Fiona cry. And
what?
I think over half of the stream was about Fiona. I don't want to say complaining, but she was talking about the way it's been. I just noticed I wasn't really doing anything on here. So, Fiona just went on and on about it. About how there was just this constant discrimination, that the jokes needed to stop, and that there needed to be some kind of policing in the comments to make sure they didn't get that deep pain that was being caused to her, and that it was just too racist and sexist and all this stuff. And apparently it was taking her toll on her and another person named Mika Burton, who was also of color and a woman, and I don't know, maybe gay, that left for those reasons.
The Mika thing, no one liked Mika. I want to point that out.
No, yeah, apparently that was the issue. People didn't like her, so they discriminated against her.
No. She had a very loud personality, right? She tried to take over literally everything that she could get her hands on. She was obnoxious, arrogant, stubborn, and she just came across as really annoying and whiny and needy. She wasn't very good for a personality if you're trying to watch something and chill out. Like, yeah, if you want to make your own thing, make your own thing. But if I want to fucking stay up until like 3 a.m. in the morning watching some Let's Play or some shit, I don't want to hear some chick fucking sat there complaining about why her life is shit and why everyone hates her.
She did that in videos? Really? I mean, Fiona kept it down to the stream alone, so I can respect that she kind of held it in to talk to everyone in their face about it, even though it was all over Skype, but still.
I mean, I've also got to bring up something.
Go on.
I believe Fiona's one, because like some of the comments, that fucking hell, they're disgusting, dude.
The last thing I had been watching on Rooster Teeth's channel had been, what was it called? The No, I think was what it was called. Back when they still did proper reporting on games. And then when they got the rights to something from fucking a merger with some company or some shit,
Epic Games,
they got rid of the No and brought back some dead series that should have stayed dead, in my opinion. And got rid of the only basic gaming news show that I had to watch besides Jim Sterling.
I'm being genuine though. Fiona, she does actually have to deal with that shit. Like I say,
it would make sense.
If you look at most of the comments, it is fucking disgusting. But Mika, no, she wasn't disliked because of her skin color or because of her sexual preference.
It was because of her?
Disliked because she was a bitch.
Okay, I wasn't there for Mika, so I'll never be able to say really. But I was there again. I was there during the days of Ray, right? These were people during those days that felt so free to the point where they could just make those kind of jokes about each other. Like Gavin, he used to be.
I miss Gavin.
Gavin's still there. He's still there, but he's only going to be there as long as the OGs are, right? If Michael, Jeff, or even Ryan. No, he's with Jeff on this, right? If Jeff goes, Michael, Gavin, Jeremy, maybe Ryan, they'll all just ditch. Jack too.
Matt and Jeremy are a fucking package deal, though.
Yeah, Matt will leave too, but well, no, I won't say anything about. So Matt just kind of goes with the flow, but he has very specific morals. And Gavin, it was weird. In this whole thing, you can see Gavin's face, and he's just. This was him and Jeremy the entire time, right? They just couldn't really say anything. No, it wasn't that it was rough for them. It was that it didn't really have anything to do with them. Because for Jeremy and Gavin, it was understood very clearly that it was a joke. Right? Oh god, I'm probably allowed to say this, but there's a series that they did called Achievement Hunter, and I was on set for one of them. It's like famous in Achievement Hunter now, where Jeremy here got scratched in the back underneath his shirt and his vest, and it said, like, people thought it was because of the haunting area that they were in. Like, okay, if you don't know, I'll set it up for you. Achievement Hunters, when the Achievement Hunter's here, all go to weird, supposedly haunted places around the,
Yeah, and they hype it up, yeah.
Well, they don't hype it up. They actually just went in there and did stuff. Sometimes they play pranks on each other and stuff like that.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, everything there was legit. Again, I was on set for some of those. None of it was faked.
Right.
Specifically, the Jeremy one wasn't faked. What they did was they went to this place.
What were you saying about the scratch? What were you saying?
They went to a place called the Longleaf Sawmill, wherein they were just investigating it, and then in the middle of it, while Jeremy was alone trying to communicate with the ghosts or whatever, he got scratched in his back. And it was just called everyone over. It was like, hey guys, I feel like I got pushed. I don't know what's going on. They go over to him. They take off his vest. They take off his recording stuff. They lift up his shirt. There's no marks on any of that stuff. There's 3 gashes along his back. Ooh. At the sight of that, so many people that were on the set just got up and left. They just ditched. And
fuck this shit, I'm out.
And it was weird to be there amongst that because people were just like, that's crazy. Hold on. Jeremy Stretch, yeah.
Yeah, can we get a picture of it? Or...
Yeah.
Oh.
It was full on. Like, they lifted it up. Jeremy's just... Right about here, I kind of stutter stepped because it felt like something pushed me, and now my back actually kind of hurts. And then they take off his vest, and they lift up his shirt, and he had himself on 2 different cameras, the one he's holding and the one that was pointed at him while we sat on a chair. And he goes, ow, and then walks towards outside the thing, towards the camera crew. Says, guys, I need you all to come here. They all gather around, and they're just like, what the fuck? People lost it at that.
Oh no! Wait! Scroll up. Scroll to the fucking on the image on the right a sec. Scroll up so we can actually see him. There's an imprint on his shirt.
Are you talking about?
It appears and then fades, like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a pressure imprint. Look right there.
Right here.
Yeah, pressure straight away.
Well, I mean, I guess, but again, it was on the center of his back. I'll try to show you again, but it was right here. That's like in the center of his back.
Show that one.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, I can hear you, Nevada. You're here.
Cool. My Wi-Fi tried connecting to my phone while I'm out here, so yeah.
Holy fuck, whoa, are you okay? And then they see it, and they take a picture of it for Jeremy, and he sees it on the phone, and he's like, oh my god, I have my vest on. They put down his shirt and have him turn around, and there's no marks on his shirt. It's totally weird. But anyways, during stuff like this, on the set, during a podcast where they were talking about the show, they said that tons of people on the camera crew went and just left because of this. It wasn't just because of this, okay? Lots of people came up during that shoot and said that it was faked and that they were trying to scare the camera crew and that it wasn't okay and that they were doing it to scare some of the women that were on set.
Bullshit.
Wait, why specifically the what?
Exactly. I don't even. I was there just watching all of this, and I was
even if it is fake, it would be for the audience, not for the camera crew. No offense to the camera crew. Like, without a crew, you can't really do anything. But no one gives a fucking shit about the camera
the director of Achievement Hunter was like, he says this on the podcast. That part wasn't a joke, but he was just like, listen, guys, if you're not going to be here, even though this is specifically what we came here to find and film, then you can leave. If it comes down to it, me and Jeff, the director, and a cast member will hold cameras and do the whole shoot ourselves.
Motherfucker, I'll go hold a camera.
Yeah! I was like, I'm not leaving. This is what we came here for. None of the Achievement Hunters wanted to dip out. They were all for this. And then there was like this... God, I forget her name. She came up and said something about how... they were doing this to get back at some of the women that were on set that said they were deathly afraid of ghosts or whatever. And that there was no clause in, like, the waivers or whatever they had to sign that said, like, if a possession ever happens, you gotta get out of here. And now there is one that says, I think it's something funny like, if something weird happens that scares you guys, or if there's a possession of any kind, you can kindly get the fuck out. But it's just like, this is the kind of stuff that exists in Achievement Hunter. There are a lot of just casual Rooster Teeth employees that don't really have, names to us. They're not that famous. They don't want their faces out there. And these are the people that kind of own Rooster Teeth right now. There are a lot of people that work for RT. And there's a heavy slant when it comes to...
I got a question.
What's up?
Achievement Hunter is separate, yeah?
Technically. I mean, it's like Funhouse and Kinda Funny,
right.
Achievement Hunter. They all work technically for Rooster Teeth, but Achievement Hunter
need to separate.
Achievement Hunter is more side than you can imagine because they have Let's Play, which is probably one of the most famous Let's Play channels on YouTube right now. So if they wanted, Jeff could take Achievement Hunter and go.
They own the fucking main Let's Play. So if you type in, what's that? Oh, new game, Halo Infinite, Let's Play Halo Infinite. Most likely you'll see Achievement Hunter do it.
Yeah, you type in Let's Play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Achievement Hunter.
Boom, Achievement Hunter. And the fucking channel.
Mm-hmm.
Type in something random. Type in fucking Let's Play main. Fuck it, Let's Play main.
Like that? What the hell is Maine?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. If it's some kind of English game, I haven't played it, chill.
It's not. It's my name, you prick.
Oh, well, whatever. GTA.
Oh, Let's Play Donut.
GTA. Let's Play.
Yeah, see, boom. Anything to do with any game that's fucking mainstream, you put Let's Play in front of it, you will see their channel.
Golf. Let's Play Golf. There's ones from old-ass Achievement Hunter ones and Let's Plays. And then there are side series where they do like mini golf in real life in like a hardcore version.
Okay. I think Achievement Hunter needs to just get away from Rooster Teeth, to be honest, because
here's the problem with that.
At this point,
here's the problem with that.
Is a sinking ship.
It definitely is, and it's weird to be associated with that. So what I did the other day was I went off and I made it clear that I won't really be accepting any kind of like funding or direct orders from Rooster Teeth. I'm going to help out Achievement Hunter. That's what I'm here for. And if they have a problem with that, they can get rid of me. And apparently several other employees have said this too. Like they're just like, we're gonna stick with Achievement Hunter right now because they're at least trying to get whatever's going on inside the company together from their own thing. So here's what I think happened with that stream, right? Fiona is upset. And
Yeah, rightfully so.
yeah, maybe. Okay, rightfully so, right? I don't think she's upset at the achievement hunters, though.
No.
But she has to say it like she is.
Yeah. So you need to.
I watched the whole stream like several times to make sure I got down what she was trying to say. Fiona's talking about achievement hunter. She doesn't ever point out any of them individually. But because they all have to play this card, like the weird sympathy card, they can't say anything real except for Jeff. Jeff fell apart because Jeff is just some poor innocent. He's a poor innocent drunk. Poor guy. But Gavin and Jeremy, oh man, and even Jack, they were just like, I'm sorry, I've said things in my past I wasn't supposed. It was like a typical YouTube apology video. They were doing it for themselves. They weren't pointing out anyone in the company like they should have. They're all contractually in the mousetrap right now. And if they split off, Rooster Teeth would take all their assets away from Achievement Hunter. That might mean they don't have, say, their editors. That's fine. In the olden days of Achievement Hunters, they all edited their own videos. Let's Play was very small in the days of Achievement Hunter. Right?
And if you take one look at the slow-mo guy, Jesus Christ, Gavin's definitely got a fullback.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Gavin can leave.
Gavin could walk away from Rooster Teeth easily, take everyone the fuck with him, and get everyone set the fuck back up.
Technically, anyone could. Ray Narvaez left and went and started a stream channel. It's about half as famous as Let's Play because people loved Ray, and he's just a streamer. They can all go. Jeremy has his own like music thing going. He's essentially working with JT right now, which is awesome.
You know what? Yeah, I heard about that.
Some of them can go to Funhouse, but then there's Funhouse, right? Funhouse is way worse when it comes to like, I don't know, you could call it edgy jokes, accent humor, that kind of stuff. They go all in on it, right? But a couple of really big names in Funhouse have left. One of them was James and his wife Elise Willems are the last of like the main four that are left there. There's Adam too. I feel like Adam's on his way out. There was also Lawrence Sontag here, and this guy Bruce Willis, and they're both gone. And they left because of issues with the Rooster Teeth company. They said that it's not Funhouse. They love their job. They love their job at Funhouse. They love the people there. They still communicate with them.
So,
but the
way I'm starting to see it is, honestly, I grew up with the teeth, right? And this is going to be my final point on this before like I try and move on to something else. But
yeah,
I grew up. Oh bloody hell! Sorry, I grew up with Rooster Teeth, right? So I feel like I aged with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched Rooster Teeth just basically from, you know, some Red versus Blue type shit, some Little Machinima.
I found it via Michael, and then I went to Red versus Blue, and I got to work with him, and I've been with there since I was a kid, man.
Yeah, so like, I watched from Red versus Blue, found Rooster Teeth, basically just continued watching their stuff. They started making more and more interesting stuff, tried out new ideas. Some of them didn't work, some of them did, some of them fell off after a while, but you know, they kept the content flowing.
Subscribe
and they
to
were
Funhouse,
this
everybody.
massive machine of bringing content. Then they started to get a bit weird and started to bring people from all different walks of life into their fold. Now, the problem when you do that is you get this massive mix and match thing that doesn't really work out because someone's always going to get, you know, a bit of a hissy with other people.
You have to be specific about that because they brought people from different walks of life. The difference was that they knew them, right? They brought Gavin in as like sort of an outsider, and so did Ray, but they all knew each other. That's why they could make the jokes that they did, and none of them got offended. To this day, they make British jokes and stuff like that to Gavin. Like they've made fun of his accent for as long as he's been an Achievement Hunter. That's just the thing. He doesn't.
Gavin loves it.
Gavin loves it. It's not
Gavin's from the
racist.
South, bro.
What?
Gavin's from the South, mate. Like,
okay.
Everyone makes fun of the South accent. It's disgusting.
And you're not from the South?
Are you dumb?
No, I don't know anything about your stupid country.
My day is fine. Man, chatting to me like I'm from the south, is it? Yeah.
Always
trying to chat to me, fam.
Always getting mingy, Nevada. What do we do? He's
Give him
getting.
some property and biscuits.
Would you like a crumpet?
Right. Shut up. I need to speak. So, the problem with bringing all of this different shit into one big bowl is it's no longer a well cohesive unit.
None of you really truly know each other like the olden days
None
of
of
Achievement
you
Hunter.
really truly know each other. You want quality over quantity.
Yes.
You want quality over diversity. Quality must be above everything else, but what Rooster Teeth fell into was the same trap that every other fucking company falls into. Now, I'm not saying social justice is a bad thing, right? I'm saying it goes too fucking far.
Well, that's everything, right? That's also, we're going to get into the Black Lives Matter thing later. That's everything.
Everything's good in moderation. Like, comes the same with content. If you throw it, like, if we did a Let's Play, of like Minecraft or some shit, right? And we just did day in, every single day, a new episode of Minecraft. That would get stale as fuck. That would get so boring. But if we did it once a week, it'd be good, you know? Something for people to look forward to, that type of shit. Everything's good in moderation.
The way Let's Play releases videos is perfect, and that's because it's run by Jeff, and Jeff knows how to make videos efficiently and keep them interesting. So he has this huge mixed bag. He sometimes releases videos like every day, and there's just all this different stuff that they talk about and do. But it's never just like Minecraft every day.
It's like
now again, with Gavin coming into like an American company, in fact, since internet, really, a lot of like British people have been coming into like the American scene because, you know, British people and Americans both speak English.
Right.
The problem with that is British people do banter, right? Now,
sure.
A good example of banter, my friend Max, I'm not friends with him anymore because it wasn't because of what I said or what other people did, but it was because we just, all of us stopped talking after like a good 5 years. Our interests changed. So Max was a very good friend of mine. Now, unfortunately, his grandmother passed away in a tsunami. And rather than letting him sit there be sad about it, we decided to absolutely roast his grandmother. He loved his grandmother.
You see this?
What?
Miles Luna and Joel Hema are both on the Achievement Hunter cast? No. That is incorrect. But this is common knowledge now. Miles Luna is one of the biggest problems with Rooster Teeth right now. I'll say that right now.
He's the one who
Kind of
fucking
tree
wrote.
wrenching right now.
Didn't he write like 3/4 of the Chorus Saga?
He also did that. He's responsible for the personality of Felix. He's responsible.
I like Felix.
I know you do, you goddamn retard. But he's responsible for Bumblebee. He's responsible for all the bad turns Ruby has taken.
Okay. Donut.
Yeah?
You're tree branching.
Sure.
No.
No, I know. Go on, dude.
No, tree branching is when you get distracted easily and you jump to a different branch.
Yeah, I know. Continue what you were saying.
So, back onto the topic of like how banter has basically fucked America up and like American media. So, Americans.
I'm gonna head on in.
Our whole banter thing as British people. Me and my friends took the absolute ever-loving fucking piss out of my friend Max's grandmother because she died in a tsunami.
I was just telling you to hold it for me.
Oh.
Christ, you disagree. So we did it with love, okay? The reason we did it because, like, you know, we hated his grandma or anything like that. No. We
Jesus.
But we delivered the comedic thing.
Motherfuckers.
We didn't run around going, oh, your grandma's this, blah, blah, blah. No. It was very simple. It was, oh, mate, bet your grandma was on them tsunami waves just surfing, pair of sunglasses, like, right on a street line, like, gnarly! You know, like, it was just dumb shit.
That was a really good American accent.
Thank you. And it made him laugh, you know, and after a while, he ended up joining in on the jokes, and he kind of, I wouldn't really say got over it, but he learned to deal with it using humor. Now, British people, we use humor for everything.
Oh yeah, imagine.
Everything. Oh, terrorist attack, humor. Plague, humor.
Plague, yeah.
Drought, humor. Doesn't matter. Everything gets dealt with humor. Now, the issue is, pretty much half of Americans love humor. The other half get a bit touchy-feely about it. So most shit that goes on today, especially in media, is you'll get a bunch of British people and a bunch of people who are very like-minded British people trying banter. Bit of back and forth banter between friends. Other people take offense. Even if it's just two friends going at each other and they love it, someone else might take offense for one of those individuals. It will never matter. There's always going to be someone taking offense because of banter. So again, everything in moderation. That's just my basic point. Moderation.
Yeah.
It's the same with it's the same with what happened with Fiona. Like, people making racist comments, sexist comments. It was definitely in the comment section. I can 100% agree. And there's even loads of evidence. You can go to any video and there's people saying horrible, nasty shit.
So the comment section is something weird, right? The bigger you get on any kind of social media platform, the more shitheads you're gonna run into, because that's the way the internet works. People can anonymous, especially trolls, but some of them aren't just trolls. Some of them are like racist or sexist people. The wider you expand your horizons, the more idiots and assholes you're gonna meet. That's the nature of anonymous idiocy on the internet.
Yeah, what's the expression? The further you cast your net, the more shit you'll reel in.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I said it right the first time. The bigger you get, the more
the bigger
assholes
the
you're gonna
net,
find.
the more junk. There you go. The bigger the net, the more junk.
Right. And that's uncontrollable for people that are this big in the millions.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's also not just the people that watch them. The numbers for views to subscribers is like 5 times the size, right?
Yeah.
Of their subscriber count is their view count. A lot of those people that go on, like most videos that you see that have dislikes on them, are from people that just don't like Achievement Hunter. Like, look at this. Look at this. 115 losers, right? But then we go to something that's super famous, like, let's go to this one. I want to see. Look at that! 2.3k dislikes on this one where Fiona's talking about the racist issue. Look at that, dude! Look, oh my god.
Yeah, again, it comes down to the whole aspect of what happened with Mika as well, because people tune into off-topic to, have an off-topic conversation, generally light-hearted, and, then that happens. Yeah, it needs to be said. She needed to get something off of her chest, but again, people just, they're not ready for that. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to hear it.
My favorite thing here is
we've been going like back and forth on this topic for a while. Let's get on to the whole like BLM and the police brutality shit.
I say we wait for Nevada for that. Oh, Nevada's here? Cool.
Nevada's here, yeah.
Yeah, I moved into my bedroom because the fireworks and all that is over.
Okay, it's easy to
talk about.
It's easy to forget you exist sometimes.
Hey,
I love
at
you.
least I'm not pink.
All right.
At least I don't try and Kamehameha a level 600 light berserk element.
So these riots, man.
Yeah, so I've seen a lot on both sides. There's 3 sides to this, actually. There's the fuck whites, there's the fuck blacks, and there's the can we stop hating. Those are the 3 sides. Now, a lot of people have always been saying, oh, all cops are bad, all cops are shit, blah, 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 blah. Police brutality, it does exist. You cannot refute that.
No shit. There are corrupt cops, especially in America, where, like you said earlier, you kind of have to repeat the stuff you said in the Discord because it wasn't recorded at first.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. So there are corrupt cops. There are always going to be corrupt cops. There's going to be corruption in pretty much every single job, every single profession. There's going to be some kind of corruption, because it all stems down to the base root of the problem: money. Money is
Right.
literally the root of
headset,
all evil.
so.
Like, you can even in Bibles they'll say it. Money's the root of all evil. Now, I'm not really that much of a religious person when it comes to Christianity. I'm a Satanist myself. Let's not get on to that. Money is a problem.
Nice.
Money
You
is
guys
generally
are.
a problem.
You're seriously based, aren't you?
Just shut up and listen, man. Right. Money is a fucking problem. You watch anything, right? Shut up. Any single type of history documentation, and you will find out that money was usually the cause of it. Oh, we wanted to expand our, borders so we could what? So you could what? What? So you could what? Well, so we could what? What, dickhead? What? Get more money. Yeah, exactly. Get more money. People want money. People want power. That's what they'll get. People without power, when they get it, they abuse it. There's been so many fucking experiments in government, like research experiments, when it comes to that. Without power, when you finally get it, you abuse the fuck out of it. Now, here's the thing. Police brutality is always going to exist. Always. However, there's a lot of shit that people can actually do to prevent it on a massive fucking scale. And I'm not talking about shitty little scale. I mean gigantic scale.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Let's talk about police training, for example. Now, I'm not really fully familiar with the whole police training situation in America.
Yeah, you were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. I wouldn't go into it on Discord. But
okay,
the whole issue that comes behind it is lack of training and lack of diverse training. So, what I recommend for how the police can actually fix their training shit, you have a full year at the academy. A full year, right? Then you go through several months of specialized training. You go through, mental illness training, how to deal with that, how to de-escalate situations. You want to drill this into these people, because it's not just some shitty little job where they're going around patrolling and protecting legal shit. They have to deal with so many different people from so many other different fucking walks of life. Requires the most police academy training hours in the nation at 1,120 hours. That's shit! You need a full fucking year of training. You're walking around with a gun, for fuck's sake. A gun and a badge that basically says, I am the law. And I am here to uphold it and uphold the American Constitution. That is what a police officer does. That's what a police officer does in the US.
Protect and serve.
Yeah, protect and serve. They need more training. They don't need defunding. No. What the fuck? No. Here's how police kind of work in England, to my knowledge. Now, again, this is to my
United Kingdom, England and Wales. All candidates for the 43 police forces of England and Wales must be over the age of 18 and a half, of a reasonable standard of physical fitness, and good health and eyesight.
That will tell you nothing. Honestly, that shit. That's basically just don't be foreign. Anyway. Yeah, you think American police are racist? No, you've never seen British police. Have you ever seen a Muslim police officer in England? No. Anyway.
Are police officers in England fucked up too?
I mean, yeah. Police officers everywhere are fucked up, dude.
So, you're saying that even though your police officers are trained far more than ours are, they're also still fucked up?
Ours are not trained far more than American police are.
Oh?
Here's the only thing I agree with English training for police officers. So they go through the normal training period, right? But then each person, each officer gets trained for a different specialized thing, right? Officers aren't always armed. We have armed police officers, we have armed response units, and we have SWAT units, and we also have the SAS, which do actually help out on, home territory and shit like that during really fucking big type, I can't even fucking... we have like SAS who will operate on home territory during like domestic terrorism and shit like that. But what I mean is, you want to stop a lot of police brutality, don't give every single cop the tools to kill someone. because not everyone can handle that. For instance, patrol officers, patrol officers that go out, yeah, give them a weapon to protect themselves, like a taser or something, or a baton, give them both of that. Make them leave the firearm in the car. Make officers travel in pairs. I've seen too many videos and too much evidence of police officers just traveling on their own. Shit kicks off, they fear for their life, boom. If you put these people with a partner, they're not going to be so scared for their life that they'll pull the trigger. Think back to, I can't remember the year, but think back to the 6-year-old white autistic boy that was shot. If we're following how the media reports on news, then the headline should have read, and I say should have because they didn't report on it, the headline should have read, white autistic 6-year-old shot by 2 corrupt black cops. That's how the media portrays shit. They turn everybody against each other. Everybody. It's fucking disgusting. The
Louisiana judge released graphic police video Wednesday from last November when 2 deputies opened fire on a car and inadvertently killed a 6-year-old autistic boy. The officers have been charged with murder. The video may be disturbing for some viewers. Here's the thing. If they said that the black officers shot a white boy, people would have been like, oh yeah, no wonder they were charged with murder. Has the guy who killed George Floyd been charged yet? Nevada, do you know?
As far as I know, I think, but his 3 partners were last seen at a Walmart.
Weren't they different races?
Without a mask.
I swear, 2 of them were white, one was Asian, one was black.
I saw when they were all white.
Here's the thing with the George Floyd situation. George Floyd and the officer had history.
They do?
They had personal beef and shit like that because they used to work together, which is why he was on him like he was. But still, that officer should not have been on him like he fucking was.
Yeah,
again, George Floyd was a criminal,
as security guards for a club.
George Floyd was a criminal, yeah, but just because he's a criminal.
$20 counterfeit bill.
Nothing he did required them to kill him.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
Little fact, there was pictures of him in the...
I'm trying to say he was a criminal, yes, but just because he's a criminal doesn't mean that he's relieved of his rights as a fucking human being. They didn't need to use that much force with him. Again, more police training, better police. It's dumb. The moment I try to speak out about any of this shit, I'm not saying you guys are doing this, but I've had this conversation with plenty of other people, including some of my own black friends who now hate me. It's the most stupid thing. I try to speak out about anything, and the first thing they think is, oh, wait, he's white, he's probably being racist, right? They just immediately assume the worst, and that's what most people do. There are a lot of fucked up cops out there. A lot. You will see a lot of videos of this shit, and you will see a lot of police. Most police officers are not bad. Most of them are good. But this is back to my point that I said earlier before the video. 60% of police are good. 10% are indifferent. 20% pretty much corrupt. 10% are bad.
Okay, how about 100% need to be good?
100% need to be good. The 10% that's indifferent, those are the ones that aren't saying shit when they see shit. You know what I mean?
Because it's totally not their business. They're not there right now.
It's just dumb. If you see someone breaking the fucking law, even in the police department, you need to report that shit. But most of these cops aren't. Because it would be career suicide if they did. Systematic racism is a thing. It is. Police racism is also a thing. However, it's not just limited to black people. It's not. Police brutality is a problem for every single race. Whites have been proven to be more targeted and more likely to be shot when unarmed by police officers during traffic stops.
Check some of this shit out.
Are these protest videos? It also comes down to what tools the police are given. Like, what the fuck? You see there, the guy was walking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad police. And the problem with it is that they are the only ones who fucking get put on the camera. If you see a police officer say...
Main. So, apparently, and I can't say whether or not I know this, because I've just heard on this video, I'm shooting ahead, I've linked it in our comments, I want people to watch this one. So, she doesn't say this, but the implication from all the videos we're seeing is that everyone, everywhere, all the time, has a phone trained on something. So every single one of these peaceful protests or violent riots are being filmed at different angles by someone. Can't stop it. She also, there's another clip in here where she shows people doing this thing that the Hong Kong police have been doing, where they flash bright lights because they know people are using their cameras to watch them. Have you seen that shit?
Oh yeah, that shit's corrupt as fuck.
Yeah, they're doing that here. But they're also doing it, it's happening everywhere. It's happening with the peaceful protests, like a lot of these clips. And there's also violent protests, which are things that are happening. But, get this, man, in this video too, there's a clip of some guy in a full black outfit walking along the,
This is where we come to work every day.
walking around and just smashing shit for no reason. It's really weird.
This you? There was also this really
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit going on,
who just
right?
randomly started
Watch this shit.
breaking windows in broad daylight when nobody was doing any destruction.
Totally peaceful. And there's just some dude out here in a black umbrella, right? In a mask. All in black. Nobody can see him.
Yeah, there's people taking advantage of the situation. There'll always be.
There's this black guy that comes up to him and says, "Hey, dude, you should probably
A
stop."
lot of people had theories that he was a cop because of how awkward he was and how confrontational he was with other protesters.
Yeah. All right, Donna. I got a question for you. What do you think my stance is on the whole police brutality situation?
Well, you're a good person. Your stance has to be that all police should be good. Is that what are you trying to, what do you mean?
If you're asking what do I mean, then you haven't been listening. So let me
You
explain
should mean that you want
let me
all
long
police to be
story
okay.
short. No, let me long story short. You will never get police officers to be perfect. Right? They are
I
a
imagine.
government force. They will never be perfect.
You should get them all to obey the law.
However, if you are there to uphold the law, then you should be held to the highest standing of the law.
Right.
That is what I'm saying.
Okay.
All police need to go through training, retraining if necessary.
Rigorous, thorough training.
Exactly.
Because
They
you are a
need
representative
years
of the
training.
law. You can't just have some random fat guy
Not even
hop
that.
onto the
Yeah,
force.
not even that. They have to represent their fucking community as well. And people will see race. They're always gonna see skin color.
They
The only color.
None of that stuff matters. Okay?
Don't.
It's pure
Don't.
black and white when it comes to the law. And if people aren't breaking the law, you don't needlessly beat them up. That's against the law. You should have rigorous
Don't.
training to let you see that black and white.
Don't.
What?
I meant people will always see color when it comes to police. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
They see the uniform second. They do. They see the uniform second. It's a part of them, right? It always will be.
Are you talking about regular people that aren't cops?
I'm talking about regular people that aren't cops. They
So you're
will always
saying
see the-
whenever they see cops, they decide what kind of person the cop is based off their race first?
That's how the world is right now. But the only color that should fucking matter right now is the color of our blood and that of our character. That's it.
Isn't
We're
that
all-
what most of these protests are about right now? It's not just Black Lives Matter. Right now, this video isn't about the Black Lives Matter thing. It's about the police brutality.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So the peaceful protests that you see, it's usually retraining of police, defund the police in certain areas to fund them in different areas, expand police training, de-escalation training and shit like that, or
You're saying these are
holding them
faked?
accountable. What?
What are you talking about? You said these
Are you
videos.
listening to anything I'm fucking saying? Are
You brought up these videos, so I'm getting you to clarify so that anyone who watches this understands.
Okay. Listen. Peaceful protests, yes, they are a must. They are.
Okay.
Right? They're good.
So you're
I
not
am
talking
agreeing
about
with-
these in particular. You're talking about peaceful protests in general.
I'm talking about peaceful protests in general. They are always going to be good. There's always a peaceful way to handle things. Always.
Right.
There's never not a peaceful way.
Mm-hmm.
The violent protests, that is from people who have been pushed too fucking far. And they've lashed out.
Mm-hmm.
What you're seeing there is you're seeing pure animalistic behavior that is in every single human being on this planet. Everyone has that animal inside of them. And this is from people who have been pushed too far.
Okay.
But then you have the media, and then you have these social justice warriors, then you have Antifa, then you have BLM. These are all technically hate groups. The only message they're spreading is hate. That's it.
So I actually don't know much about that. So when I think Black Lives Matter, right, especially in the way everyone portrays it in mainstream media, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's okay. So I'm just telling you this from the way I see it, since I didn't look into that stuff Antifa means anti-fascist, right? BLM means Black Lives Matter. Right?
Yes,
now,
sir.
the only reason I hold those with grains of salt and I don't try to associate myself with those things is because of the SJW movement. SJW means social justice warrior. That sounds all well and good. So does feminism. Both of those things are corrupt in very major ways that affect the way people see those things in the long run. Okay, there are people like me who want to say, yo, Black lives do matter. But if I associate myself with Black Lives Matter, then I'm associating myself with all the things that BLM people do as a whole. And people as a whole can do bad
Dragging white
things.
people out of a car simply because they're white, and then stabbing them 37 times in the chest.
Yeah, I remember that. Or that weird one where they did that Facebook kidnapping. You remember that?
Yeah, all that whole Chaz situation that's currently going on.
Oh, yeah, Shuan Head mentions that here. There's like this weird shut-off group called Chaz right now?
It's not a shut-off group. They've basically taken over like a part of a city or a state or some shit and
Okay, that was in
claimed
Minnesota.
independence.
Nevada State
That was
something?
in Minnesota.
Seattle, isn't it?
That was in Minnesota where all the big protests were happening. The police have already broken up Chaz. They were trying to make an autonomous zone.
Yeah.
But no, now they are apparently separate.
Basically,
And
the
they
long
tried to do it
story
in
short
DC,
behind
and the
it.
police kind of opened fire, if I remember correctly.
Check this out.
Oh, just black. Okay, so full black.
I
you're saying.
can't hear it.
If you have black ancestry, or if you have experienced oppression because you are black, then you can enter this space.
Segregation.
Explain what I'm looking
but
at.
make it woke.
So that was one of the people like barring off entry to Chaz, saying that you need to be a specific kind of black and have to have experienced like segregation or whatever.
All right. So back onto the topic of like these groups. BLM, Black Lives Matter, is a group that started out with the simple message of Black Lives Matter too. That was their message at the start. Very simple, very clear for everyone to convey. Black Lives Matter too. We're tired. Black Lives Matter too. Help us. Black Lives Matter too. Save us. That was their message.
Mm-hmm.
That message has been turned from empowerment to power.
The same as
And
feminism.
that power has become corrupt. You have people in Black Lives Matter, or people who are associating themselves with the idea or the name Black Lives Matter, running around saying kill all whites and saying they're going to stab white people. They are attacking white people, attacking cops that are minding their own business and being peaceful as well. It's just horrible. On all sides of this coin, you can say all cops are bad because these cops did that. But on the other hand, you can say all protesters are bad because this group of protesters did that.
Yeah. So you
At
can't
the end
say
of the day,
that with
generalizing is just a horrible fucking thing, and it's always going to be bad. But that is the way human nature is. We are all shit.
Yeah.
Hashtag no lives matter.
I should put that in our video and see how fast it gets taken down.
Genuinely.
Because I agree with you.
Hashtag no life matters. Really. No life on this planet will ever fucking matter.
It's because humanity consists of idiots. As a whole, people, like I always say this, there's a difference between being a person and being people. If you're people, you're part of a congregation of idiots. If you are a person and choose to think independently, congratulations, you're probably not human. Not to me.
If you're people, you're one of the fucking ants in the colony.
Mm-hmm. You do not need to be a part of the colony.
I'm the motherfucking going for the jawbreaker that the 5-year-old has dropped on the floor. I'm that ant, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's gonna feed me for a lifetime. I'm that ant. I've fucked off. I've left. You know what I mean? Stop the planet. I want to get off. I'm sick of this ride. Fucking horrible. This planet is so shit.
Hold on.
What are we?
There are places on Earth that are not awful.
Name 5.
Name 1.
Well, Japan.
Isn't Hong Kong going through some shit right now?
That's China.
Or is that China?
Japan has one of the most racist stances towards mixed races.
That is true.
Yeah.
But at least they're not. Their country isn't in flames.
Oh, you disagree?
Large economic power struggles between small villages and old monuments where they hire private military and private security groups to actually go and force these people out of their homes.
Nevada, why do you think it's okay there?
Honestly, because I've never heard anything truly awful coming out of that country.
Exactly.
Isn't that the point? Isn't that the point?
The media don't cover shit, my guy. Everyone's corrupt, I'm telling you.
Like, you know how that whole SOPA and PIPA, or the, what was it a little bit ago? That thing that was happening to YouTube that was going to censor everything ever? COPPA. Hasn't all that stuff already gone through in places like Japan? Like,
no.
The internet is locked off?
You're thinking of everything on the other side of the China Sea. Korea, no. North Korea, China,
no, my
those
God,
kind of
trust
places.
me, it is Japan as well.
I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think he just said that everything on the other side of the ocean is locked down.
Okay, yeah, I'm stupid then. Never mind, ignore me.
Is that what you said, Nevada?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd still rather live over there where it's basically peaceful than in the chaos that is the States right now.
Okay, so that's like a weird, how do I say this? It's weird to look at things that way, because like Maine says, it's still pretty bad over there, but not much is happening because it's very much not allowed. If you start riots over there, they will kill you. You will die.
The mindset that you're going with is kind of, I don't like this, so I'm going to leave.
No, his mindset is, I'd rather the country not have as many freedoms. That's weird. No. It's weird to think about that as okay, because if cops didn't have the freedom to do what they're doing, and we didn't have the freedom to start riots...
You need to get to the base of what he's saying. Not what he's actually saying, but scratch under the surface. He's saying, I don't like it here the way it is now, so I'm going to leave. Nevada, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, right. So, the problem with that is, if everybody did that, Nevada, what would be left?
Yeah, pretty much nothing.
The water bears.
So what you need, this is what needs to happen. People who don't like something, they need to work with it to try and change it. If you can change something for the better, do it. Everyone has a voice. Voices can be powerful. Words can be powerful. Everyone has a voice, and they need to start fucking using it.
Remember that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy?
For any American, that's, I don't know how many views.
It doesn't have to just be American. It's the whole world that's going through. I mean, shit.
No, this is specifically for America right now. If anyone American hears this, please listen to my words, because I am clearly a divine and majestic being of all powerful. So just fucking listen to Big Papa Bear Maine for a second, right? Because shit is about to get real.
Based.
You have a voice. That voice is called a vote. That vote was given to you by your government. That voice...
I'm gonna laugh at that one too. Like our votes matter.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
All right.
That voice is a vote, and that voice was given to you by your government. Do you know what that means? That means they can fuck with that voice as much as they want. They can completely Nevada, would you actually listen to what I'm saying?
I think he's getting to that.
Oh. Now I gotta start again.
No, you don't! No, keep going.
Alright, listen. You have a voice. That voice was given to you by your government. That means that they can fuck with it. They can change it. They can go back on what they said they'd do with your voice. You need to get your own voice, not use the one that was given to you. It's the same when your older brother or some shit give you some hand-me-down console. He can fucking take it back whenever he wants. He can change the password on it whenever he wants. No, fucking get rid of that piece of shit. Get your own console. Get your own voice and fucking use it.
Like
because
protest?
once you have your own voice, exactly, peacefully, don't be a twat. Once you have your own voice, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody.
Yes, they can.
They
can kill you or pepper spray you in the face, and to give them hell, that would require you to, like you said, be a twat.
No. There's a difference between violent protests and defending yourself. The
Is
difference
there?
is how much force you use and how you handle yourself in that situation.
Fair enough. So, for the people that were being shown in Shu's video down there, people just like kind of walking down the street and being pepper sprayed in the face in drive-bys, stuff like that, those are the people that are using their voices independently. They're getting torn apart out there for no reason.
It's fucking stupid. The way I've dealt with police in England when they're absolute assholes.
Look at this.
I just down.
Because even though it's important to focus.
Yeah, see, that's a dick move. But again, you're putting yourself in a high fucking profile situation, extremely tense.
What
Those
about
police officers...
these people?
No, Can I finish?
Yeah.
You're putting yourself in a... Fucking hell, look at that. I've seen that one before, yeah. You're putting yourself in a high profile and high, like, extremely tense situation. Everyone there, all of their emotions are high. Everyone's gonna be fucked up. Now, I am in no way, in any way, shape, or form, have I ever excused any of the police officers' behavior in this entire live stream. If you go back, rewind, and have a look at anything I've said, I have not said, the police are just doing their job.
No, you haven't even used the weird typical defense that she tries to show in this video, which is like, the police are just stressed out.
No, they're not fucking stressed out. They're being retarded, which is why they need more training. But also, the civilians need to realize that you are putting yourself in this situation. You need to accept the risks that come with it. You are only human. You have a voice.
Wait,
yes,
there are people that aren't accepting that? There are people going out here and saying, oh, I got tear gassed, I didn't expect... There are people that are actually saying this? Wow. Wow.
So what my advice is, if you're going to one of these protests, right, take a look at what the police use. Gear yourself up defensively. Defend yourself.
There's this one Antifa guy who showed up in like full body armor. It was amazing.
No, I know. He calls himself Stag. It's fucking cheap plastic airsoft gear. I could drop kick him and he'd fall over like a fucking rubber band.
Yeah, but he won't get gassed properly, and he showed up as prepared as he could be.
He will still get gassed. The airsoft gear that he's wearing on, he protects you from like paint spray and shit like that. What I mean is, wear actual face masks, wear actual sealant goggles. Use that fucking cream that they have on Amazon. I can't remember. I will try find it and post it in the fucking link dump for this video. But there is a cream that protects you. Like, if you put it on your neck, like tear gas shit, it will stick to the crap on your neck rather than go up to your fucking eyes and your nostrils and your ears and shit. There's so much shit that you can get to protect yourself. Now, if you're ever in a violent situation with a police officer, the best thing you can do is sit down. Genuinely.
This guy?
Sit down. Yeah, look at him. He's a twat. Look at the mask. It's offering no fucking protection whatsoever, and he's getting in their face. Do you see that? He's trying to incite something. He's being an idiot.
I'm just gonna head to the next protest. So one of the most...
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
He's being stupid. If he's wearing that to protect himself and standing at a distance and, protesting how you're supposed to protest with signs and with your voice, then yeah, I can understand that. But getting in someone's face, You're asking them to hit you. And it's the
With something
same for
large
the
and
fucking
heavy.
police. Yeah, exactly. And it's the same for the fucking police officers. They're rolling around with this fucking chip on their shoulder. Like, I get it. You're all pissed off. Everyone's treating you like crap. But that does not give you the fucking excuse, rhyme, or reason to run
To just
around
unload
swatting
for no
people.
reason.
Exactly.
All
If you're
right.
pissed off, take a fucking day off.
So,
Most
man.
departments, most police departments in America have even said to their officers, if they don't feel like coming into work, they don't fucking have to. They've even said that.
I feel like it's such
So
a
if you
bad
have
idea. There needs to be.
No.
Oh, that's so awful. The only people that are going to show up to work are the people that want to start some shit.
Then fucking let 'em.
Yeah, man, let's start a war.
Seriously, watch what fucking happens. Everyone's gonna see my point. Police need retraining on a massive scale.
Oh, people
Everyone
are
is-
seeing your point, man. You're making some really. You're making some really. I don't know. Okay, everything you said.
And for the love of God, can we please stop involving fucking canine units in protests? Dogs can't handle that shit. They're not trained for it.
They're putting dogs in protest units?
American police are fucking retarded. They're so stupid.
Let's really?
Literally, look it up. There's a fucking video of it, of a protester showing his ass to a dog and getting violent with it, and the dog bites him. It's like, why would you do that? A dog, a fucking canine unit, is a loaded weapon. They are there to protect their handler. In a protest, everyone's gonna be fucking ape shit. Dogs can't fucking handle it. Don't involve them. They're gonna get hurt. And I don't mean the dogs. I mean the protesters.
Yeah.
They're gonna get hurt. It's definitely not fair on the fucking dogs either. Right.
Because that's too much fucking stimulus for those dogs.
Exactly. There's too many sights, there's too many sounds, there's too many senses. Now, the media presence of racism, for a very long time, it's been black versus white.
Ooh,
white versus
check this
black.
one out. The problem is an officer that is out of control cannot be treated as benign. An out-of-control officer is a real threat. The problem is that other officers have not been trained to deal with the out-of-control officer to de-escalate the situation. In short, far too few officers have been trained to be peace officers.
Hang on a second. Your police officers aren't trained to deal with a fucking rogue officer?
No.
Nope.
Are you, what?
Officers don't police themselves. That is not a thing in America.
What?
Not as far as I've seen.
It's something that we have called something called quantifiable immunity. Cops basically are untouchable.
No,
if
that's retarded.
So if a cop were to attack another cop, the cop that's trying to detain the cop, they get in trouble.
That's stupid. In England, if a cop's out of control, they get fucking dealt with on the spot.
There's something here called qualified immunity. Is designed to protect all but the plainly incompetent or those who knowingly violate the law. Law enforcement officers are entitled to qualified immunity when their actions do not violate a clearly established statutory or constitutional right.
Okay. I need to move on to the next topic because I'm running out of time here.
I wanted to ask you before you moved on, which is there are for example, me. I didn't think you could show up to one of these protests not knowing that you might get the hell beaten out of you. Okay, my parents are like, don't go to Oregon, you will get hurt either by the protesters or the police. I'm just like, I know. I thought everyone knew that.
Yeah,
according to you, not everyone knows that, right? So what about the people that go here that do know that, right? Like some of the old people or the old guy that got his head split open?
Yeah.
In peaceful protests?
The people that go there that do know that, honestly, if it doesn't happen, they're kind of disappointed. You know what I mean? So some people do try to incite shit. But that's not just on the protesters' side, you know? Even the National Guard are getting involved, and it's just a huge fucking shit.
You see my screen?
Honestly. Yeah, there's no good way to deal with this.
Look at this.
Yeah.
And then just keep going.
He goes to help him, and they push him away, and then that officer's calling it in for an EMT, and everyone just keeps walking.
I mean, here's also a little fact about where I live. So I think I explained this to Donut. there were protests in my town.
Mhm.
However, due to the fact that 95% of the police department here was for people of color, nothing got violent. Everything was peaceful. Even the police were protesting with them.
Oh yeah,
That's how you do it, though.
I heard some of
That
the
is how
officers
you
were
do it.
just like, no, I want to join the protests, not be a part of whatever stops them.
That's the best way to do it, right? Don't put yourself against something. You can't stop the wave, but you can learn to surf. You know what I mean?
The protests weren't, I have to stress, weren't. They maybe are now, but they weren't against the police. They were protesting that it was a problem that they weren't being trained and that there was police brutality.
Donut. Again, you've put me on the side of the police.
No,
You're
I'm
doing
not
it
talking to
again.
you. I'm not talking about...
No. Listen. I'm not saying the police are like on the other side or the police are the wave. I'm saying the protesters are the wave. The police, they can't stop the wave. You shouldn't. You need to learn how to surf, ride with the wave, be a part of it, but not in it. You know what I mean?
Can't the police stop the waves? I mean, they can kill people.
You have... right, well, yeah, obviously they fucking can, but that's like firing a nuke into the ocean. It's just going to cause more mess.
The police own the country, dude.
To lead these protests.
Mm-hmm.
You need these police officers, like other police officers are doing, being a part of the protest. It's an old saying: you can't stop the wave, but you can learn to surf.
Okay, let's go with that metaphor. The wave, if we're talking about... let's get literal with the metaphor. The wave is a force of nature. It's huge, it's unstoppable. You just have to go with it, man. Right?
As is human emotion, huge and unstoppable. Yes, which is what
these protesters are not unstoppable. They are huge for sure, but they are not the enforcement. They cannot bring weapons, or even the riots are being shut down, dude.
Yeah, let me just point something out.
Our voices and our weapons are doing nothing.
If the police take that final step and finally fully cross the line in the world's eyes, right, and gun them down, as you elegantly said.
They might!
Yeah, but if they do,
Uh-huh.
then you know exactly what's gonna fucking happen. Even the National Guard, you will see fucking videos of it. Even the National Guard who have been called out. Even Navy MPs, whom one of my friend is a Navy MP, and she's been fucking called out to deal with this shit. Even she agrees with the protesters.
Uh-huh.
And has said if the police ever do get like that, then they'll stand with the protesters. There's a video of a fucking Marine punching a police officer in the face and damaging his fucking visor because he started beating a black man.
I want to get this straight. So, you're all hashtag no lives matter, but you have faith in humanity enough to think that if the law takes action against people in what the law believes is right, even though they're wrong, if they start, as I eloquently said, gunning down protesters or rioters, you're saying that the military, the National Guard, the Navy, will step in and stop the law?
Yes.
They will go against the country.
Yes.
No, the
It's not against
military
the country.
is...
The military is there to defend country.
Oh, I'm sorry, the
and
government,
Constitution.
not the country. The government.
The military is not loyal to the government. The military is loyal to the United States Constitution.
They're
And
loyal
if-
to the
where
president.
No, they are loyal to the
No.
United States Constitution. When you sign up for the military, you have to sign a waiver saying that you are willing to go against your own country if it states that if the president were to go against the Constitution.
And the president right now is the commander-in-chief
Very
of
high.
the law enforcement, right?
Basically.
And so if under his direction law enforcement goes too far, the military, you both think, will step in and stop
they
this.
will remove him from office. It's the way shit happens.
Interesting. I hope it doesn't go that far, but that's good to know.
It's the same in England. There's a private like section of the military in England where if the royal family goes too far, they will assassinate all members of the royal family.
Jesus Christ. Well, the royal family is... Yeah. But, okay, so I'm going to take your guys' word for this, because before today, I did not have faith. I thought I had no faith in humanity, right? I thought if it went that far, it would just grow, right?
Let me catch you up to speed, though. All right.
Uh-huh.
So, one example of the military going against the police was a police officer started beating an unarmed black man who was shouting and on the floor, "I'm not resisting. Please arrest me. I'm not resisting. Ow, please stop. I'm not resisting." Marine came up, punched the officer in the face, and said, "And what? And what? Come at me. And what?"
Where is this?
Another example. It's on TikTok. You might be able to find it on YouTube. Another example was when was it? Oh yeah, there was a National Guard member. I think they're called soldiers or marines, whatever. There was a National Guard dude. He had a fucking grenade launcher with like tear gas canisters in, and he was ordered to fire on the protesters. But there were like kids and shit in the protest, and they weren't being violent. So he went and put his weapon in the back of the fucking Jeep and just stood there. Like, again, there's a lot of fucking National Guard guys who just don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, they fully agree with the protest. I agree with the peaceful protests. Hell, some of the violent protests I kind of agree with. But you've got...
Apparently, a lot of the violent ones, the riots, are not a result of just like looters and stuff. Though looters come there afterwards, right? Like thieves and stuff. There are people that take advantage of the riots. These are protests that have turned violent because they didn't just sit down and take the tear gas to the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they decided, you know what, enough is enough, and fought back.
They fought back.
Should. They defended themselves. They showed the police that they're not going to fucking sit down and take it like George Floyd did.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, he had a knee and the full fucking body weight of a grown adult wearing full kit on his spinal cord.
So I expand George Floyd's murder like all the way out. George Floyd is people, right? The citizens of America, right? And the officers are the military and the law and the government and the president. That's what I thought. I thought that the more of us they put down, the more of us would come forth to try to fight that, which would just mean more of us would die. And in the end, it'd be the law that wins.
On the side of the people. They always have been. That's one thing I've always admired about the American military. They are on the side of the people.
I've never thought that.
Are on the side of the crown. If the people in England decided to go against the crown, then we'd all be killed.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you place. You both seen it, Nevada. You agree with this?
Huh?
You agree with that?
Pretty much.
That the people in the military are in service of each other.
Okay.
My father has a.
I don't understand how you're American, Donut, and you don't get that. So the reason that pretty much everybody in America.
I always thought the military served the president.
No, they serve the people. The reason that people go and join the military is because they also want to serve and protect their people.
I've been told that when I tried to go and join the military. I was like, I want to do it for myself and for my fellow people.
They want to fight in other lands, right?
I was also told that there is a commander-in-chief, though.
What, for the military?
There is a commander-in-chief,
correct?
Correct?
Commander-in-chief for the military, but it's commander-in-chiefs. It's multiple different brigadier generals.
So that presidential title that we're taught in schools and stuff is a lie.
The president is like commander-in-chief, yeah, but he doesn't actually have full fucking control over the military.
So if the president said you need to work with the police officers to stop rioters, the military would not listen?
If the president said you need to work with police officers to stop rioters, then the military would listen. Yeah, they'd follow that, but they do it their own way. You know
they
what I mean?
wouldn't harm civilians like police officers are because the military is trained.
Right. Imagine your parent or guardian said, go wash the dishes. You really didn't want to wash the dishes, but you have to go wash the dishes anyway. So you're really slow about it. You're kind of like, do it their own way. All right. So the next part, media presence. Okay.
That was weird.
Media paints a very ugly picture of the world because they know that ugly and fear get a lot more views, which means they get a lot more money.
Do they now?
Again,
I will again play devil's advocate here.
It all boils down to fucking money, as per usual.
That is true.
Always.
Can't fight that, even as devil's advocate. That is true.
The media is always going to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix racism, police brutality, all of this. You want to fix the world. You want to fix America. Reform everything. Fix everything. Recreate everything. Nothing's perfect. The whole you can't fix it unless it's broken, that's not fucking true.
No, that's
You
like
can
weird
always
anarchy
improve
believing. No, none of that.
You can always improve everything. The media needs to be improved. The media needs to be, you know what? Honestly, I think the media needs to be funded, right, by the people or by the government, and it needs to be like, what's the word?
Can I say that this is why I love YouTube so much? That's specifically why. I mean, there are news channels on YouTube that are way more accurate than anything I've seen in like TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, news channels on YouTube. Basically, mainstream media and news needs to be a YouTube channel.
Like what The No used to be before it got RT'd. Nevada knows what I'm talking about.
Now, we've already gone over what can be done to combat racism, but I'll say it again.
Please do.
Corrupt white cop kills unarmed black man. What's wrong with this headline?
Corrupt white cop kills unarmed black man?
What's wrong with that headline?
The need to point out the races?
Exactly. Corrupt cop kills unarmed man. What's wrong with that headline?
Not much, right? Like it got through everything you needed to know.
It got everything you needed to know. Everyone is so obsessed with pointing out race. Again, the only color that should ever fucking matter is that of our blood and that of our character. Systematic racism, we've already gone over that.
All
We
right.
already know it exists. There's not really much that we as individuals can do.
Can I
to
ask?
combat it, but
Can I
as
ask
a
you what
group,
type
as a
of?
collective, we can.
Can I ask you what type of murder you think the George Floyd thing was? Was that racist, or was that because the cop, as you said, knew George Floyd? Like he did it for personal reasons that weren't related to race.
Reason. So, second degree murder? No, first degree? Is it first degree?
No, not that. I'm not asking what kind of murder it was.
Oh, no, I don't believe it was racially motivated. I believe it was personally motivated, yeah.
So, it's weird that I've never heard about any kind of personal ties to George Floyd and those cops until today. And I heard it from you. You're not the news, dude.
Well,
Hey, you gotta spend more time on Reddit.
You just gotta fucking look shit up. Find all the different sources. Find evidence that backs up.
I mean, most of
work. Look into shit.
Most
When you're
of
as
our-
bored as I am, you know.
Most
So
of
we've
my
gone
news
over
comes
we've
from
gone over
Reddit.
systematic racism. We've gone over casual racism. Casual racism is something that can never be fixed. The only thing that can fix it is the education system.
Derek Chauvin and George Floyd had a history of not getting along, I'm guessing.
I will be right back.
Yeah.
Had a history of not getting along, coworkers say. Both George Floyd and Derek Chauvin, the ex-police officer charged for Floyd's death, worked together at a nightclub and had a history of not getting along. The owner of the nightclub says Chauvin was afraid and intimidated by black people. Afraid and intimidated by black people. Jeff Pigs has the details. So it might have been racially motivated, but he also had history with the person, I guess. The lady who owned the club has said that Chauvin constantly used excessive force, pepper sprayed people unnecessarily, and now she says he was a racist. But she herself was never head of his security for 17 years. She employed a violent racist for 17 years, even after seeing him repeatedly abuse people. Something's not adding up.
People change their fucking shit to match the status quo. It's what I'm saying. Media, it's stupid. That's where casual racism comes into play. Racism against whites is my next topic, and it's not going to be a long one. So a lot of people think that you can't be racist towards whites. A lot of people think whites have never been oppressed. They have. Maybe not so much in America, but if you take a look at any other country around the world, there are whites oppressed even to this day.
Well,
Hell,
yeah. Are there black people in other parts of the world in the past?
No, not even in the past. Now, like in South Africa, there's over 3 million whites enslaved, still being sold.
I figured that'd be the.
Know about that?
I figured that would be the natural turn of events, because
No, that's
Africa
been like
is
that
kind of like a
for
corrupt place, isn't it?
I'm back.
No, Africa's kind of weird. Like, there's a lot of places in Africa where they treat whites as royalty. A lot of places in Africa where they treat them as dogs. My friend DeAndre, he lived in.
It's very weird to say. Sorry to interrupt. It's weird. It's very weird to say that white people are like oppressed. They're certainly not a minority, and it's also weird to say that you can't be. Okay, it's not weird to say that. You can't be racist. You shouldn't be racist towards anyone, right? But to say that. Okay, I have to really organize my thoughts with this. Black people have definitely been oppressed way more than white people. I feel like that's fair to say.
Not really. You have to look at the
that's
Irish
that's
slaves.
where the whole media shit comes into play.
Really?
You have to. Irish slavery.
I feel like that's dangerous to say, and you guys need to back that up for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay.
So black people sold their own people into slavery and to the American people. So that was, oh hey, a bunch of new slaves, sweet. Let's get in on this stock market. Again, greed is what caused that. If you take a look at the Irish history, the English abused and oppressed the Irish people for fucking Jesus Christ. 304 years.
I know about that one. That's crazy.
Fucking the French, about 300, 200 years as well. Africa,
Jewish people,
Aboriginals. They hunted down a lot of white people because they thought that their blood and their bones would give them power. There's a lot of places where whites are considered scum of the earth and are even attacked just for being white. Again, Africa, they do it there. Nigeria, they do it there. Like, racism against whites hasn't just become a thing. It's been a thing a lot. Racism is just racism. There's no racism against, racism for, racism with. It's just racism. Everyone on the fucking planet can suffer from racism. I've suffered from racism. Not as much as my black friends, but you know, I've suffered from racism.
For sure everyone can. And for sure some people experience it worse than others. So to pretend that it can't be on both sides is wrong.
You only hear about it though. Like the reason you only hear about it is like, oh, racism. What do you immediately tie the word racist into? Oh, he hates black people. Oh, he hates Muslims. Like, you immediately tie it into that. Like, that's because that's all that's reported on. You never hear about the fucking 59-year-old woman. What was her name? Margaret Hatton, who ran around and just fucking gut white men just because she had an abusive husband. She
Fucking
killed
psychopath.
48 white men by gutting them.
So
because she had a
that's a sexist thing, right?
No.
Was it because they were white?
Because they were white. It was sexist and racist. I'm telling you that there's evil everywhere. It's not just down to one select person. It's not down to one select skin color. It's not down to one select creed.
This is again something I thought everyone knew, and again I'm being told that that's not the case.
No. Again, there's fucking okay. So there's.
I thought it was common knowledge that being racist meant that you were racist. You based it off of someone's race. You based someone's personality.
Not everyone knows that. When people think racism, they think, oh, he hates black people. That's what they think. People believe, for some reason, that you cannot be racist towards white people. You can say whatever the fuck you want to a white person. You can do whatever you want to them because they're white, and it won't be racist.
So you're saying that there are a lot of people that think it's impossible to be racist towards white people because somehow white people deserve it?
Yeah.
Exactamundo.
Okay, I've heard Shoe on Head say some stuff like that. Same thing with the feminist stuff.
Yeah.
It's because we're men.
Society's labels. For some reason, society nowadays, they just want to label everything. They want to give everything a label, and that is what causes divide.
Identity politics is one of the worst things in this country.
Everybody wants to be unique. Now, the problem with that is we're not unique. Humans are humans. We're all a genetic fucking supercomputer made up of biological cells. And
We're a
chemical
genetic mistake.
That is what we are.
You
We
are
are
a brain
humans.
inside a skeleton mecha.
No, not even that. We're a biological supercomputer made of chemical reactions. That's what we are. But for some reason, everybody wants to be unique. And because everybody wants to be unique, no one's unique. One person pisses in the pool. Ha 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 ha, he pissed in the pool. 28 people pissed in the pool, and suddenly the kid that doesn't want to piss in the pool is the weirdo.
And the pool's getting pissy.
Yeah. You can compare it to any video game as well. Video games have a lot of hidden meanings and messages in. We've gone over gaming comparisons, we've gone over riots, we've gone over protests, I've gone over police training, we've gone over Yogscast, we've gone over Rooster Teeth, and now I'm going to make one final point before I head out.
Nevada first, before you go, dude.
I've got to fucking say this before you say that. Politics need to stay the flying fuck up out of video games.
They can't and never will.
Nevada's right, though. They should.
They should, but they can't.
I mean, yes, politics like Fallout New Vegas exist.
Real world politics, I agree, should stay out.
Real world
But if you
politics
mean
should stay the
politics,
flying. Real world politics need to stay out.
Are you talking about like the Hong Kong thing that happened with Blizzard, Hearthstone player, dude?
I'm not even just talking about that. I'm talking like fucking The Last of Us 2.
Whoa, what happened with that?
Apparently Last of Us is like super feminist and lesbian and dumb shit like that.
I don't want to get into that because the game is so new and I don't want to spoil the story.
I don't care about that game, and I'm sure Maine doesn't either, so you should.
We have viewers.
I would also like to say that that is our spoil warning, so feel free to not be here if I can convince Nevada to continue to... Okay, Nevada, can you spell out what's going on without telling us about the story?
No, I can't, because everything that comes wrong with that political story comes from spoilers.
Okay, I think I get what you're trying to say. So...
And SJW stuff.
Oh!
Yeah. So they fucked the story to appeal to the masses. Okay, I get you.
They fucked the story
that's called
to
marketing,
appeal to SJWs.
Yes.
Not even to
but
the masses.
That
SJWs
happens with a
have the
lot
loudest
of
voice.
stuff.
That's because their voice is so loud. They have
That's
the
because,
loudest voice.
yeah, they're considered mainstream.
Yeah, but they're really not.
And
No one
the
else gives a
creator of the
shit.
game and the writers of the game are attacking everyone, and it looks very much like, and it looks very much like that The Last of Us 2 developer Sony paid off review sites to get good reviews in. I have no evidence to back it up, but the amount of 10 out of 10s given to the game when the game is getting shit reviews from the public, it's too fishy.
Okay. So, just dead quick before I have to go. Video gaming today versus back then, this is just like a real-time main set hours type shit.
Wow.
Fuck. Dude, I've gone like kind of tired of like gaming and shit. It's not that games are getting bad. It's that I don't want shit to change. I enjoy the games I used to play. I enjoy the memories. But back then, I didn't even know that I was making memories. I thought I was just, like passing the time, chilling out.
Games used to be about the fun.
Yeah. But fucking, I can recall most of my favorite memories from like Halo Reach and stuff like that.
Halo, yup.
When my friend ODST T-Sheared and I, back when our names were like ODST, he was ODST T-Sheared, I was ODST J Caldwell, and we were in a raid, I guess. We were in like a social lobby, and there was a clan called Exodus who killed us over and over and over again. And it was 13 of them versus us two. And we somehow got out of the spawn trap, killed one of them, grabbed a sniper rifle, got into cover long range, killed the Falcon, got back up onto the base by doing some secret climbing parkour shit, got into the base, and we held the base off for like a good 40 minutes before they took over and we got bored and left. Like, it's memories like that that I didn't realize I was actually making memories. I thought I was just passing the time, chilling out, and enjoying myself. Games nowadays, they don't deliver that.
Yes, they do. If you go to the right place,
Mm.
and you're not going to get them from the AAA market.
Yeah, but what
You
I'm saying
can't-
is they're not delivering that for me. I'm just making a quick point about video gaming today versus back then.
To me,
video games
gaming
I still
today.
want to go back into the way things used to be. I boot up my Switch.
I get you.
What?
I'm just hoping Infinite's gonna be good, you know?
If Infinite is at all affected by any of that political culture, I will not buy it. And I'm telling you that right now. And that hurts to
It's not
say.
a matter of it. This
I
game
wanna put your mind
Infinite
at
must not be
ease.
bad because
wanna put
it'll be
your
the
mind
death
at
of Halo.
It will,
Never
for
mind.
sure.
Let me put your mind at ease, my guy. 343, yeah, have already released a statement saying that the current affairs and current states and the current events of the world will not affect how they market the game, how they publicize the game, how they advertise the game, or how they develop the game.
They can say a lot.
There is a
343
very
have
important
never done it in
quote
the
that-
past. Never done it in the past. Take a look at Halo 4 back when that whole fucking giant feminist movement happened.
Hmm.
I mean the giant one.
About
On my
Cortana?
opinion for Halo, here's what I have to say about it. It's a quote from Avatar. Oh, what was
Yeah.
the fucking guy?
Better not
Give
be
me a
Legend of
second here.
Korra.
Was it
No,
a
it's the
General Iroh
original.
one?
Okay.
It's a Zuko Iroh quote.
Ooh.
But, Uncle, I thought you were furious with me. No, I was never mad at you. I was only scared that you had lost your way. And that's how I feel about Halo.
Ah, yeah, dude.
Let's pray
I
it
just
doesn't go
wanna-
full Legend of Korra. I'm the Avatar now. I'm the Master Chief now, and you gotta deal with it.
Unpopular
From the leaks that have been
opinion,
coming
I
out
liked Halo
because
4.
of... From the leaks that have been coming out from the Mega Bloks leaks, it looks like Locke's being killed off.
The Banished back.
That looks
I
cool.
will tell you about. I will tell you some stuff when you're not recording or live streaming that I know. I'm allowed to
that
tell
makes
you.
sense
Don't
to that.
worry. I'm allowed to tell you. Just don't tell other people.
Sure.
Woo!
It's not like a fucking haha. You signed an NDA. It's nothing like that. It's more like a lot of my friends and I figured out something in lore,
Mhm.
and we basically know the way the game's going now.
Should be interesting. I'm interested to hear that out. And we'll probably talk about that in some other video if we ever get the chance.
We sent our little theory. We sent our little theory to the Halo Waypoint forums, and the
Hidden
the thread
Xperia.
got locked. No, we sent our theory to the Halo forums. Yeah, the actual one, on Halo Waypoint, and our thread got locked and deleted, and we got an email back saying, "Shh."
That's incredible.
Yeah. So I'll tell you about that in a little bit, but I have to go now. So
Let's end it before you go then, yeah?
No, I thought we were going to I thought we were still going to keep going and get on to my topics like the coronavirus stuff and all that.
we can talk about that and branch it off into some flood infection stuff, maybe tomorrow after my birthday.
That sounds good to me.
If you feel like staying on for one of Nevada's topics, we can do that, man.
No, we can do it tomorrow.
Are you sure,
It's
dude?
like 3:30. It's 4:30 in the morning.
It's been the mainstream. I'm gonna call this. I want to call this video the mainstream.
I mean, real shit. My bad.
No, you're fine, dude.
If it's 4 a.m. for the dude, let him go to bed.
Yeah,
I
it's
love the
almost
sound of
midnight.
my own voice. You know what I mean?
Of course, we all do. You're God.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks everybody for watching this. This comes out anytime in the future, and we say anything that doesn't add up afterwards, or something comes up like George Floyd was the leader of Hitler's daughter or something like that. Then I'd like to maintain that we were right about everything we said today. And if you don't agree with that, then please subscribe to wait to hear from more of us so that you can land base us and strawman everything we say on other topics and channels, thereby making us bigger and bringing the virulent, vile commenters to our side and giving us more subscribers in the... I'm going to cut that short. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Hang on a second. Look, if you don't subscribe, I hope you stand on a Lego and fall onto a spoon.
Why you gotta be mean
But
like
if
that?
you do subscribe,
And then you have to
Then
eat the
I hope-
wings of death from Hot Ones.
actually no. If you don't subscribe, then you deserve to get 8 hours of sleep every single day. No more, no less. Do you know how infuriating that's gonna be? I want that into a schedule. Ah.
Yeah. We will force you to be responsible human beings.
Exactly, but if you subscribe, then that means you love alcohol like me, and you want to drink Fireball whiskey out of I don't know, like weird Halo cups.
Dude,
Also, just subscribe because it's just a fucking button. Click it; it'll help us out. And I don't know, I'll send you like toe pics or something. You know, totally 10 out of 10.
Yo, the toe pics are gone? I'm down. Let me unsubscribe and resubscribe.
Nah, but like legit, I've never really done a whole please subscribe thing. Subscribe if you wanna, subscribe if you don't wanna.
Thanks, people.
Basically,
We're gonna try to get back to being more active. We're gonna try to do more game stuff. I'll be able to record some more so we can start doing, kind of whatever we want. Thanks for watching this, guy.
Yo, real
And
shit.
once
Nevada, then Maine. Then we'll end it.
once I figure out how, I'm going to be starting a New Game Plus run of Persona 5 Royal for those who want to watch. So.
Ooh. And Maine?
Okay. So, you guys have gaming PCs, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
My
We
mic's
can
just
get
dead.
something. We can get something started then, because right now I'm doing a playthrough on Rust, and I don't know if anyone will be interested in doing like a playthrough. It's a modded one with zombies and stuff, but it's really fun. There's some funny shit that happens.
Mhm.
Kind of interesting. There's a lot of other games you can play too.
I like playing
we'll
like
go
modded
over-
Terraria and stuff like that. I haven't tried Rust.
We'll have a discussion about that later. Fucking thanks to everyone who actually watched, and hell, even if you didn't watch and you popped in for like half a second.
And if you have any opinions, questions, or comments of your own, please actually put them down in the comments. I'm going to be trolling those things and not deleting anything, and I'll favorite any that want to get a discussion started in that. And we'll take those comments to our next stream, which we'll do sometime later this week. Yeah, guys? Tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody for watching. It's been Donut.
Bye.